Hey everyone, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and staying tuned for when I post new content. As of recently, a lot of people have asked me what kind of cameras I use, so I thought it'd be really cool to do a video on the two cameras that I own and doing sort of a comparison for anyone that is interested in purchasing a vlogging / camera. So if you're interested in this video, go ahead and keep on watching. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the two cameras that I own, which is the G7X Mark II camera and the Canon M50. So let's first talk about the G7X Mark II. This is a very compact camera. It is very easy to use and ready to go for anyone's needs. It is a point and shoot camera, which means you don't have to do anything but point and shoot. Let's get into the pros. So it has a flip screen, which is really great for vlogging, and this flip screen also pulls out some for when you want to get more difficult angles for your shots. It has a flash toggle here where it pops up when you need to use flash. There is a built-in audio, and it is also a touch screen camera, which is very useful, and you can touch it whenever you need it. What's also really cool about this camera is that when you begin to film, it stays with you, so you can move around all which way around and the camera will stay with you and give you that crispy video that you need for when you're filming. It has a couple of different options on the camera. You can do time lapse, you can do slow-mo, you can do fast or speed. It has a bunch of different cool settings on here. You can do panning. It has just a bunch of different features that you can play around with, and you can even edit within the camera before you begin to shoot footage or take pictures, which is really cool. It does have Wi-Fi capability, which is awesome. You can easily download the Canon app and take pictures with your phone to trigger this, which is really great. It does have an HDMI, so you could plug this up to any television or computer. It does have a mounting capability to place on a tripod, and yeah, it's all around easy camera. Like I said, it takes really great photos, especially if you're looking for a vlog camera that can do both. I would definitely say it's really great for photos and it's great for vlogging. You would just use the auto button, or you can even use manual if you're more knowledgeable in how cameras work. But again, if you're just starting out, I would stick to auto, and this is an easy camera. So now the cons about this camera for me is the fact that it doesn't allow you to put an external mic on this camera. So when you're out there vlogging in a windy environment, the wind is going to be picked up in your audio. Therefore, on your video, you're going to hear all this wind. So that's a downside for me. Also, you can't place an external flash light on this camera, which I like to have an external because this one tends to be on the harder side when it flashes. Another con for me is that, it's not a camera. It's just a point and shoot. It gets the job done, but it's limited in certain aspects. But overall, I would say if you're just starting out with vlogging and you just want to understand how to use a camera, I would definitely say this camera is useful for all of those things. And the price point, I believe now it's $500 now. So it's pretty expensive for a point and shoot, but like I said, you get a lot of features with this camera that can last you for some years. So now let's go into the Canon M50. So the Canon M50 is not a point and shoot. It's actually a SLR, which means it is like an actual camera. I know that sounds crazy, they're both cameras, but this one you can do a lot more with. So with this camera, the pros about this camera that I love the fact that I can change my lenses and I don't have to just use the stock lens that it comes with. For this particular model, they do have lenses that go with the camera, but if you purchase a mount, you're able to use old series lenses on this camera and just make your images and videos that much beautiful. I love the fact that this has an external feature on here, so I can place a external mic and I can place an external flash. So when I am vlogging with my mic, it doesn't capture all that wind when I am outside. It does have a manual flash here, like the G7X Mark II. You could press the toggle, but this one is manual and you just flip it up whenever you need it. I don't really use it. I use my external flash when I need it. This does have Wi-Fi capability, which is also a huge bonus. Like I said, you use the Canon app to trigger the camera so that you can take your photos. It also has a HDMI plug, so you can plug it into your computer or your television. This does have a flip screen, so like the G7X, it can only flip up. So yeah, and it also can turn around like so. So I wish that this could flip up like the G7X, but it doesn't really bother me too much. It's just when you are filming, it's hard not to look at yourself, so you always have to, make sure you look at yourself in the lens. I also love the fact that this has a viewfinder, so I can easily take photos. I also love the fact that this is an actual camera, so when I am taking my Instagram photos or my portraits of other people, this gives beautiful imagery, especially depending on the lens that I use. So yeah, and cons about this, honestly, there's really only one for me, and that's the mic cord here. So when you place the cord in here and you have the flip screen out, the cord is just right there, small. Otherwise than that, I am in love with this camera. I've had it now for maybe less than 6 months, and I'm still learning new things about it, and I just love how it looks. I love how it feels. It fits right into my hand. It looks professional when I do take it out to photograph people. Like I said, I love the fact that I can customize this camera for me to use it the way that I want. I could put my external mic, I could put my external flash. I love the Wi-Fi capabilities. The features on this camera I love as well. It's just overall a really great camera. For deciding on which camera you want to buy and invest in, it all depends on what your needs are. For me, I need a camera that can do both. I need a camera that can take exceptional photos, but also it can vlog, and also I want to be able to block out noise when I'm outside or when I'm inside on a noisy street. I live by a very noisy street, so I love the fact that it has the external mic. So if you need it for those purposes, I would definitely recommend the Canon M50. But I think if you're a beginner and you're just wanting to learn about cameras and you just want something quick and easy and sufficient, I would definitely go with the Canon G7X Mark II. This I've had now for about a year or so, and it still lives up to the hype. It's really great, it's compact, and it's very easygoing camera. So yeah, it all depends on what you need it for, but I would definitely say if you're a beginner, go for the G7X Mark II, and if you're a little more knowledgeable with how the cameras work and understanding your lenses and your mics and your external lights, I would definitely recommend the Canon M50. That was my camera review on the Canon G7X Mark II and the Canon M50. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel for when I post my latest videos. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.